What's up, YouTube? Now, you see the title of this video, and you see the picture on the screen. Now, it's been quite some time since I've uploaded the video. I literally say this almost every video I upload because there's these long durations of time between my videos. Um, but you know, partially that's because I've been doing a lot of stuff, and then the next video I upload, I don't know when that's about to be because I'm about to go on vacation, literally in the next coming days. So I'm really just getting this video out so I can actually, just at least, I was like, let me at least just make a video, and address some stuff that I've been seeing on the nigga sector of YouTube. I'm just like, let me go ahead and just address some of like you see the title of the video, so you already know what we're gonna address here. But I was like, let me go and make a video. I'm about to go on vacation. I'm not divulging anywhere where I'm going because I know niggas on social media. I know the nature of these unstable, dumb niggas on social media. Even though my channel is not even big at all and I only have a couple subscribers, you would be amazed. These niggas are insane. You don't agree with what they believe in. You don't agree with their opinion. They will go through anything to dox and to destroy somebody. I know these niggas, man. So, of course, I'm not going to say where I'm going. It really doesn't matter. I'm just saying, I'm going on vacation. So I'm like, let me go ahead and just drop a vid before I go. And, address some stuff that this is once again, like I say, you see the title of the video, so you know we're going to address. But for you black men that are going to watch this video, that are in the black manosphere, this is type of, content this video is directed towards, the black sector YouTube. So the black manosphere and even some of the mentally unstable black women on social media that are what we're addressing in the video, so you know what I'm talking about. So this video is but I really want this video to be an eye-opener to you black men that are in that nigga sector of YouTube, and y'all see all the toxic stuff that goes on there. And particularly we're gonna be talking about the toxic female content creators that spew their rhetoric against black men. And I want y'all to note this and really pin this on y'all board. That this right here alone, these two stories that we're going to address. Now, there's been countless of them. This past couple weeks, I just been sitting back like, damn. I was thinking of making a video, but I'm like, I don't really care that much. But I'm like, I got to actually come and address this because this should be something to where y'all can be like, just stop to these toxic female content creators. Because we've already broken down all the stuff. We know what they're about, but this right here shows it. What is the saying? This is the icing on the cake. I believe that's the saying. This is the icing on the cake here. And if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, well, you see the title of the video, but you're not gonna probably get the stories that I'm about to bring up. But these two stories that I'm about to mention should be the icing on the cake. Like I said, for you black men that are gonna watch this and are in that toxic sector and see the stuff these women say, y'all should really be looking at this story kind of side-eyed. And the reason y'all should be looking at these two stories I'm about to mention side-eyed, some of y'all probably already know what I'm talking about. And that's the one story I'm going to talk about, which is the white cop who killed he was with he had a black woman who was his side piece, and he basically killed her so his wife couldn't find out. And she, I believe, was a single mother of 4 children. I mean, man, we're going to get into this. And then you have the other story that I'm going to mention. Now, there are countless others, but this other story I want to mention too, because this is another thing to highlight their hypocrisy. Like I say, you see the title of this video and the picture on the screen. This other story where you have this black woman, I believe she was responding to some YouTube. Well, she's not a YouTuber anymore, but she used to be a YouTuber. And she was one of those toxic black female content creators that talk about black men all the time and bash them. But she doesn't make videos anymore. And I guess she was responding to one of her videos or something, because I guess she had made a video on some other social media platform, and this black woman was just, because basically that content creator, I'm not gonna say her name, but that content creator was basically like, yeah, other races take care of the kids, they don't leave women single mothers. So a black woman decided to take to TikTok who became a single mother by a white man. And mind you, she was a single mother by a white man with 5 kids. So this white man had made 5 kids with her and left her a single mother. So this black woman took the TikTok to say, nah, it's not really all about race. I got left a single mother with 5 kids by a white man. So it's not all about race. And these two stories, now we have to sit back and analyze this. These two stories that I mentioned, none of these toxic black female content creators are talking about it. They're not talking about the white man who killed a black woman and left her, well, and left her 4 kids without a mother. They're not going to address that. Now, let that have been a black man who did it. They would have been all over that. Oh my God, you can only imagine. You can only imagine. You can only imagine. You can only imagine if it was a black man who had killed a black woman who was a single mother of 4 kids. Oh my God. These women will be talking about that for weeks, making endless goofy ass live streams talking about, look what this black man did, look what he did, he gave the black woman. But when it's a white man, they're silent. And this is why I have this picture on the screen. The hypocrisy. Because if it was a black man, they would be all over. But since it is Brad, since it is their white God, they are silent on the matter. That right there, that alone should tell y'all that none of the things these women say, when y'all see these women make goofy ass videos and posts talking about, oh, my prayers out to this black woman who got killed, and they have this black man who killed her, and they just in the comments, oh, look at these black man, these knackers. That shit don't mean nothing, because when it's a white man, they don't say that same shit. So what that shows is they actually don't care. And this is the sick shit that y'all have to, even for you black women, for you black women, this is the sick shit and the evil of these particular black women who are like this, who will get on social media to find anything to demonize the black man for killing a black woman. But when it's a white dude, they don't say anything. So what that shows is these women don't care about the deaths of black women, because if they did, they would keep it factual across the board. So what this shows is they don't care about black women dying, nor do they care about black children. Now that's a hard pill to swallow. And it's just the facts. Because if they cared, they would talk about it when it's a white man. The fact that a white man kills a black woman, and her 4 kids have no mother. If it was a black man, they would be talking about it. And it's not because they actually cared about the black woman or the black children, but it was because they would use that story to demonize black men. So essentially that means they don't actually care about the black woman that died, or the children that are left without a mother. This is the sadistic, evil, demonic shit that these women are engaging in on social media. And you have black men on social media. You have black men defending these women. You have black men defending the likes of your Cynthia G's of the world. You have black men defending all these toxic women, the black woman spheres of the world. You have black men defending them. The Nyla says, all these toxic women, the Yanni Reds, you have black men defending these women. Black men are dumb. And this is why David Carroll says that. If any of you guys don't know who David Carroll is, I've mentioned him before in past videos. This is why David Carroll says that. At first I really was like, damn, that's kind of messed up to, be like, yeah, black men are dumb. But now I really, once I sat back and really, had a view of this shit, I'm like, yeah, these black men are dumb, man. I mean, to have a Negro, right? To have a nigga sit on a panel with a woman who is spewing toxic rhetoric against black men, saying they conquered this, and that, and you have a black man sitting on that panel, and he don't say shit. Black men are dumb, man. And the fact that these niggas have not taken the time to even address any of their talking points, I mean, the shit that they say is easily deconstructed. This is how you know these niggas are dumb, because all of their talking points are easily debunked. Some of them is easy to debunk. All you have to do is take a quick Google search. And it surprises me that they can't do that, because these niggas is Google gods. These pro-black hotep niggas, they are the kings of Google. So it surprises me that when these women spew this toxic rhetoric against black men, they don't know that, oh, I can easily debunk this rhetoric with a simple Google search. That's all you have to do. So I'm confused on how they sit back and just, these women spew this toxic rhetoric and all these debunked talking points that can be debunked easily with a simple Google search. I mean, this is all you have to do. That's all you have to do. For almost 90% of the talking points, it just takes a simple Google search. And then the rest of them, you might have to, do some reading about, history and stuff, because they'll like to lie on on historical records. They like to lie on the past and what happened. They even like to go back into slavery and just lie on that. And if you haven't read on slavery, haven't read the history of it, you'll just be like, well, damn. They would just be like, oh, this is true. They claim that these are the most educated women's, but no, that's also false. So you'll just take the word of these women, these niggas who are on these panels listening to them spew the rhetoric. They'll just take the word for it. These niggas ain't gonna read on nothing, so they're not gonna even address none of the stuff they're saying. They're not gonna even do a simple Google search to debunk it, nor are they gonna go into any historical records or read on history to see if they're lying on freaking slavery. Some of these women get on panels and lie on what happened in slavery, what happened in Jim Crow, and all types of shit. And half of these women don't even know history at all. Like they don't even know history at all. They don't even know. They really, half of these women don't even know who they actually are as a black person. And that goes for the majority of black people in general. But that's a whole other video in itself. So it's laughable that they like to speak on the past when they don't even know who they are. But like I said, that's a subject for another video. But like I was saying, the fact that these women are not addressing that white cop who killed that black woman with 4 kids, had it been a black man, they would be all over it. And the fact that they are not addressing the the black woman who got made a single mother by a white man with 5 kids. Now we know if they had been a black man who had did that, and you had a black woman getting on TikTok talking about a black man left her a single mother with 5 kids, these goofy ass stupid women would be all over social media, all over making goofy ass videos talking about it. One of the women I mentioned, what was it? Well, pretty much all the women I mentioned would probably talk about it. Um, these women, they're ignoring these stories. You niggas need to go ask, um, who was it? It doesn't really matter which one. Yeah, Cynthia G. I made my past video when I was talking about the alleged death threats against her, and I already talked about that in my last video. But Cynthia G. Then that alleged death threat shit was a while back. Like I said, I ain't uploaded in a while. But Cynthia G. She, if it was a black man who had killed that black woman and left her with and left her kids without a mother, if it was a black man who did that, she'd be all over. But since it's a white man, Cynthia G ain't talking about. Well, I don't really know because I ain't even watch her content. But I'm pretty sure if you go over there, she ain't making no video on it. She's not. I mean, I already know this shit. These women are hypocrites. That's why I have this picture on the screen. They're hypocrites, and a lot of these bitches are dumb. A lot of these niggas are dumb. So I'm not surprised. They're not gonna address any of this stuff because they're hypocrites and they're disingenuous. So, Cynthia G, just to name one of them, she's not going to talk about that. And she's not going to talk about the black woman who was made a single mother with 5 mixed children by a white man, because that goes against her narrative of black men, running around making single mothers all the time and, oh, it's only black men. She's not going to talk about it when it's a white man because we know the cape for Brad is fitted. So if it was a black man, Cynthia G would probably likely make a video. Oh, look at these black men, man. This black woman, a single mother. Especially if it was a white woman, because we know Cynthia G is jealous of white women. But that's a whole nother subject for another video as well. She would use that to, that's a whole nother video. Cynthia G in particular, anybody who can look at her can tell she's envious of white women. But like I said, that's a subject for another video. Any chance she can get to mention white women, she will, because she's jealous of them. And that goes for a lot of these women on social media. That goes for pretty much all these women that are running around complaining about, you know, colorism and all this. A lot of these women, it has nothing to do with colorism. It's the fact that these women are not, a lot of these women that complain about colorism and all this other stuff, they're actually just not attractive, man. But that's a whole nother video. So the women you see running around complaining about not getting promoted in the media and all this other crap, a lot of those women, they have a lot of inferiority complexes, and Cynthia G is one of them. You have another one, the woman who goes around talking about colorism all the time. I believe she might have a inferiority complex. What's her name? Chrissy. All these women that make these goofy ass videos. These women are these women that they're just something is wrong with them. They are these toxic female content creators. So like I was saying, Cynthia G is probably, like I said, I don't watch her content, but she's not gonna make a video on that white dude that killed that black woman, or the white dude that made that black woman a single mother with 5 kids. She's not gonna talk about it. Neither is what's her name? Black Woman Sphere. Neither is Nyla Says. None of those toxic female controversies. They're not gonna make videos on it. You're not gonna see it. You're not gonna see Black Woman Sphere address those two stories that I'm talking about in this video. You're not gonna see them talk about it because it goes against their narrative. It goes against these black men, this and this and that. It goes against the whole black men making single mothers and it's only black men doing this. When it's a white man, they're not going to talk about it. So, but what this should show right here, y'all need to catch this. What this shows is when they talk about a black man making a woman a single mother, regardless of her race, we know it. They really don't care. They're just using it to demonize black men. So really, when they talk about black men making single mothers, we know they actually don't care because they're not going to call out when a white man does it to a black woman. They're not going to do it. And there's a lot of reasons to that, but one of the main reasons I believe is because a lot of these women, you see these divested women, these so-called swirler women, worshiping mixed children. So as long as they get a mixed child, that's really all that matters. But that's a whole nother subject for another video. So they don't care because they got now their life has purpose now. It has meaning. They have a mixed child. They are erasing the blackness that they hate. But that's some deep shit, and that's a subject for another video. A lot of these women are suffering from self-hate, and they are projecting that self-hate onto black men. All the women I just mentioned, I believe, are doing that. Your Cynthia G's of the world, she's projecting her self-hate. I mean, come on, man. She can't even wear her own hair. She wears a fucking wig. So Cynthia G, she projects her self-hate. She's jealous of white women, and she projects her self-hate on the black men. I believe Black Woman Sphere probably as well. Nyla Says, Yanni Red, all these toxic ass bitches. All of them, I believe, are projecting their self-hate on the black men. This is why they constantly make the goofy ass videos they do. And this is why they constantly praise Brad. And another thing that I don't see a lot of dudes, addressing is if these women are going to worship the ground that Brad walks on, then what y'all need to start telling them, especially when you got these bras running around talking about black men ain't building this and that, what y'all need to tell them is that have Brad build. Because if you're worshiping Brad and elevating him over the black man, just have Brad build for you. Whatever these bitches, half of these bitches don't even know what building is and what that entails. Like I said, a lot of these bras just repeat what they hear other women say. They're dumb. So, have Brad, quote unquote, build for you. Have Brad protect you. Have Brad do these things. Since you want to diminish black men all over social media, have Brad protect you. Have Brad do these things. Have him do all those things since we're just going to, since we're just going to do anything and everything to demonize black men. Then just have Brad do all those things that I just mentioned. But yeah, like I was saying, these women are not going to address those stories, man. And there was even another story, too, that I heard of a white dude who killed, it was either a white park ranger who killed a black woman, like when she was walking on the trail or something. They're not going to address that either. I mean, this has been like countless stories these past weeks of just white dudes just murdering black women unjustly. And these women aren't going to talk about it because they don't care. They don't care about the lives of black women. They don't care about black children. They don't care about anything. All they care about is demonizing black men because of their self-hatred that they want to project onto black men. You have some of you black men who are dumb enough to support these women running around actually co-signing these women. I mentioned the nigga before, a dude by the name of Taz, the GOAT Exclusives. I mean, oh my God, these niggas are dumb, man. There's other niggas, but I only mention him because he's one of these dumb niggas running around co-signing the words of these toxic women, getting on their panels as they spew their rhetoric about black men, calling them conquered and saying they don't have no value. And this dumb nigga will sit up on a panel and listen to that. I mean, when David Carroll says black men are dumb, I kind of have to agree with him, man, because the fact that you have a nigga even getting on a panel and listening to that shit and not even going back at that rhetoric just shows he's stupid. For an example, if you had a panel of black women getting on a panel with black men and they were spewing toxic rhetoric against black women, all those women I just mentioned, all the women that I mentioned in this video, all the content creators that I mentioned in this video, all of those women, if they got on a panel with black men talking reckless about black women, a panel with black men talking reckless about black women, they would push back against that. But black men will get on those panels and they would just listen to the shit and not say shit. Something's wrong with you niggas. Something is wrong with the, let me stop. I was about to say something else. That's a whole nother video. I got to make a video on the pro black hotep, because these pro black hoteps are just, man, you niggas are dumb. Let me get off that fryer, derail into another topic, man. That's a whole nother video I might make. But yeah, none of these women are going to address that. None of these women are going to address the Brad that killed that black woman and left her kids without a mother. And they're not going to address that black woman who was made a single mother by a white dude. And the reason that, with 5 kids, mind you, 5 of them, he left her a single mother with 5. And like I said, in both stories, if it was a black man, they'd be all over it. But since it is like I said, if it was a black man in both of those stories, they would be all over it. But since it's not a black man, and since it is a white man in both of those stories, they're not going to talk about it. This is the hypocrisy. And this brings me to, the picture on the screen with the hypocrisy. Because see, like I say, one thing you're going to always notice with these women, if you're looking at these goofy ass women's content, is the hypocrisy. It's always going to be hypocrisy in many forms. Hypocrisy is the consistent thing with these women. It's a consistent theme. So we have the definition of hypocrisy here, and I'm going to read it off. Hypocrisy. What is hypocrisy? Or a hypocrite? Someone who plays a part. Now, these women constantly playing parts all over social media. These women are playing like they're intellectuals, but they're dumb. I mean, seriously. These women, the next one pretends to be what they are not. These women are running around talking about they're happy and they're, a lot of these women claim they're divested and they're happy with their brads. And it bring me to another thing. I might have to make a separate video. No, I'm not gonna make a separate video. I'm just gonna address it. You had this thing I saw on O'Shea Duke Jackson's channel where you had this like clubhouse of these black women getting on there talking about some weird white male appreciation crap. Just some goofy ass shit. I really don't. Just these bitches are dumb. And they're getting on the clubhouse, talking about these reasons of appreciating white men and all this. I guess some of these so-called divested women, and the women were on there, and they were still talking about black men. You had women who were claiming they were white men, but they're talking about black men, these black men, these dusties and all this. And I'm like, hold up, but if you with your Brad, why are you so concerned about the black man still? And this shows that these women are miserable and something's wrong with them. You even had a woman on there talking about these dusties need to be in coffins. I mean, so basically, since you dating out, now all black men need to die. I mean, these women are demons, man. They're demonic. They are literally Satan spawns, man. Shit's crazy. They are literally demonic. Let me. I was about to say one of David Carroll's quotes. Let me stop. But they're demonic, man. They're mentally ill, man. They're demonic and they're evil. And these are the women who are running around talking about black women need to be protected and are the most disrespected and all this. But then they're saying black men need to be in coffins. But then they want to say they need to be protected and are the most unprotected and disrespected. These, like I said, once again, the hypocrisy. Because they'll say that, but then turn around and say someone needs to die. But if someone says they need to die, then, oh my God, how could you say black women? Like, you see, these women they're hypocrites, hypocrisy. So, you had these women on the clubhouse, like I said, and, they're throwing shade at black men. And I'm like, this has nothing to do with black men. The thing, and you even had a woman on there was like, let's not talk about black men. Let's just talk about white men. You even had a black woman on there that had to say, stop talking about black men. So these women are miserable, man. Even if they with their so-called white king, white zaddy, they still talking about black men. I mean, this is ridiculous. But they're mentally ill. But like I said, what was I left off on? Pretends to be what they are not. Pretends to be what they are not. So they pretend they're happy, but they're just not. Says one thing and does another. And these women are constantly saying one thing and doing another. They'll run around talking about black men, talking about dusty this and dusty that, but then they'll go have a kid. They'll go have a child and become a single mother by Dusty. I'm not even going to say the name of the YouTuber I'm talking about with that, but there's a certain particular YouTuber. Actually, there's another one too, but I'm not going to mention her either. But yeah, so 2 particular YouTubers that did this that I've seen that went, running around talking about Dusty this, Dusty that, but I had a kid by Dusty. So, says one thing and does another. Contradictory behavior. They constantly contradict themselves. They constantly their talking points, they'll say one thing, like, for example, they'll say, these black men have no value, but then we'll turn around and say black men need to build for them. Contradictory behavior, hypocrisy. And the last one, inconsistency. Their talking points are inconsistent. They never stay to one talking point. They're constantly shifting their narrative. Um, they're just very inconsistency. What they say is very inconsistent, and it's over here, over there. There is inconsistency. It's just all over the place. These women are literally walking hypocrites. They are the definition of hypocrisy, and they're also the definition of narcissistic personality disorder, in the Diagnostic Statistical Manual, the DSM for mental disorders. But that's a whole nother video in itself. Um, and also delusional disorder. But like I said, that's a whole nother video in itself. So these women are suffering from all types of shit, and they're running around and they're spilling their mental illness all over social media instead of seeking therapy and seeking mental help. And really, honestly, like a lot of these women need to be in mental hospitals. Instead of finding a mental hospital to put themselves in, they take their mental illness onto social media. And you have black men defending this shit. Now, like I said, after all that I'm saying in this video, those two stories, you're not going to see none of these content creators, these black female toxic content creators talk about it. And what that should show you black men is that when they complain about black men, even when they complain about a black man killing a black woman, they actually don't care. They're just using it to demonize black men. So that means they don't even care about the lives of other black women. Because if they did, they would address this white man killing this black woman. Because if it was a black man, they'd be all over it. And we know they don't care about black women becoming single mothers, because if they did, they would be talking about this white man who made this black woman a single mother with 5 mixed children. They're not going to talk about those stories because it goes against their narrative and it goes against them demonizing black men. They don't care about black women, man. And this is to some of you black women who may be watching this and see some of the goofy ass shit these women are doing. They don't care about black women. They don't care about you. They don't care about black women. They don't care about black children. We know they don't. We know they don't. We know they hate black men. We know this because they hate themselves and they're projecting their self-hatred onto black men. So we know they hate black men. We know they hate black people in general. These women are self-loathing, self-hating women, running around on social media, spewing their self-hatred all over social media. This is what they're doing. Then turning around and saying black men are the ones suffering from self-hate. We don't even have to run down the freaking gambit with this. These women are running around wearing hair from other races of women, but then turning around and saying black men are the ones self-hating. These women are running. That's a whole nother video. These women, the fact that they even could say someone else suffering from self-hate is hilarious. These women are suffering from immense self-hatred, and they're projecting that onto black men. And pretty much anybody they can project it on. And I'm also going to make a video on why they have such a problem with the so-called pick-me, because the pick-me is there's a reason they have a problem with the pick-me. That's a whole nother video too, but I'm going to end this video because, to be honest, I'm about to get ready for my vacation, and I'm about to pack my shit up. And yeah, I don't know when I'm uploading the video because I'm going to be going for like a week or however long, maybe 2, I don't know. I'm going to be on vacation. And I'm going to be having a good time. So I don't know what's about to be going on this nigga sector YouTube where I'm going. I ain't going to be on YouTube at all. I'm not looking at none of these dumbass niggas content. I'm going to just be on vacation. So, hey, when I come back, there might be some drama. We know niggas are going to find stuff to be triggered about in drama. So I already know niggas are going to find something to be triggered about, find something to, make endless goofy ass videos about. So I know I'm gonna have some shit to talk about because niggas, especially these toxic female content creators and some of these black men, they're gonna find some dumb shit to complain about on social media. This is all these niggas know how to do. But yeah, no telling. Yeah, but I'm definitely going to when I come back, I don't know what I'll make a video about. I'm like I said, make a video about the pick me, and I need to make a video about these pro black hoteps. But yeah, that's pretty much all I gotta say in this video, man. The hypocrisy of these women. The fact that they're not gonna address those stories shows that they actually don't care about the lives of black women, nor do they care about black women becoming single mothers. They don't care about none of that. They don't care about black women dying, nor do they care about black women becoming single mothers. They don't. fucking bust, dude. Okay, I'm about to end this video. Like I said, I'm about to end this video. And yeah, these women aren't gonna address none of that because they're hypocrites. That's why I got this picture on the screen. And this should be an eye opener to you black men. None of the content they make against black men, none of it even matters. Like, they literally are just using it to demonize black men, because when it's a white man that does the stuff they complain about, what a black man does, they don't talk about it, showing that they're just trying to demonize black men. And I've realized this a long time ago. It's just some of you black men need to get that. These women, all the content they make, all of it is irrelevant. Literally, they contradict it. I mean, I could literally make a whole in-depth video on some of these women and just break down one of their videos and just show you the literal mental, I mean, it's mind-boggling when I actually do sit back and listen to some of these women, when I would sit back and listen to their talking voice, and I'm like, did she really just say that? But then turn around and say, like, they'll say one thing and then 5 seconds later contradict themselves. It's crazy. These women are dumb. But like I said, I'm about to end this video, man. This should be an eye-opener to you black men, those 2 stories I just talked about, and how none of these women are going to talk about it. That should be an eye-opener. But I'm going to end this video because this video's been going on long enough. I'm about to end this video, and yeah, I'm about to get ready for my vacation. And yeah, but that's all I got to say in this video, and I'm out.